All right.
Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing out there this evening?
Yes.
Welcome to another edition of Love and Business.
Yes.
I am the co-host, Lamorne
You
Robinson.
forgot who you
And this is
what?
the host, Crystal Robinson. Um,
That's what we doing today.
well, maybe. I don't
All
know.
right, buddy.
Hey, please hashtag
All right,
live and
buddy.
let us know where you're watching from. What's up, Don? Appreciate you for
Hey,
jumping
hey,
on.
hey.
I like that grouping that you had that you posted. That was a small tight grouping.
Hey.
I appreciate that. So
Yes.
hey, please hashtag live and share. Hashtag live and let us know where you're watching from, and all that good stuff. Please, 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 man. Listen,
Uh,
go ahead.
nothing.
I just wanted to know, like I don't know why, but it's like every time we get ready to do the podcast, like I feel the urge to put on cologne.
They can't smell you.
I know. That's what I'm like. I feel like I be tripping, I'm
I
like, man.
can, but they can't smell you.
I'm just like, man, I'm like, why do I want to waste my cologne, like type deal. But in my mind, I don't
Please
know
don't on
why.
my
You know
account.
what I'm saying?
Okay. They don't
I
have to
don't know. I
spray
guess
for
they say
me.
you smell good, you feel good, and all this type of stuff. You look
Okay.
good.
Amen.
So I don't
Amen.
know. I see we got New York in the house, Mississippi in the
What?
house. Yeah, Maryland in the
What?
building. Stand up.
Make sure you hit the share button
Yeah.
so
Crooked
we can
letter.
have some good conversation tonight.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
Thursday. Thursdays are starting to become my favorite day
I wonder
of the
why.
week. I like doing
I
the
wonder why.
podcast. I like talking
Man.
and having a good time on Thursday nights.
Yeah, it was a busy Thursday.
It was a very
It was a
busy
busy
day.
Thursday though. Very busy.
Praise the Lord. I am getting over this pollen tsunami that is happening over there,
Man,
out there,
it's like a
everywhere.
yellow sea or something.
My God.
Mhm.
I mean, it was the sinus pressure for me. So yeah, I sound a little nasally today, but praise the Lord, I am better. I was in the bed literally all day yesterday. I got up, took a shower, put more pajamas on, and laid on the couch for the rest of the day. And then I went to bed around 8ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a thing. Listen to the Holy Spirit when he speaks. My God, today. I heard just as clear as day I was fixing breakfast and I was buttering up me a nice slice of toast.
Mm-hmm.
Holy Spirit said, "Oh, eat that toast." I ate it. And then on Sunday, we had baked some cookies. And I just felt like I should eat some chocolate chip cookies with a scoop or two of ice cream.
I felt like that too.
And I was warned against that as well.
Mm.
And so the combination of the dairy and the bread and the pollen. Did you know that dairy, bread, and sugar make your body create more mucus than usual? Did you know that?
I didn't.
And it's not a good combination when the pollen is doing the pollen. Yes. So that's how I got sick.
But we do need the pollen though.
We do, but I
We need
didn't
the
need those
pollen.
cookies, nor did I need that slice of bread for breakfast. And I paid for it. I repent. Lord knows when the seasons change again, this would not be me.
We really need to buy some. I need to see who makes Zyrtec.
We want to buy stock
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Zyrtec.
yeah. We need because I
I
promise.
decree and declare that I'm going to be obedient,
All right,
and I'm
well,
not going to need no more Zyrtec D because I'm gonna listen to the instructions
well, just
and not eat dairy or bread during the change of season. When the pollen starts to
okay,
fall,
okay. Do
I
not
should
change this
pull back.
like
Happens
that.
every year,
All
and I
right.
just yeah. So y'all send prayers that I can breathe out of both nostrils at the same time on tomorrow, that I can sleep with my mouth closed on tonight.
But that you can stay asleep. That's it.
Yeah, I've been up like the last 2 nights. I have not been able to
Yeah.
sleep fully. So you got one of your things?
No,
Oh my gosh.
you said they were lame. That they're corny. So I
Apparently the audience loves to hear them. So
no, I don't. Yeah,
you don't have one
I
at all.
don't know.
Well, anyway, I think if Kirsten is finished washing dishes, I think she's watching. And so I wanted to give a shout out to our baby girl that did
Yeah.
a cold plunge today. It was I checked the temperature. It was 42, 42.8.
Chilling 40.
It was cold and she got in there. Uh she got in there and she stayed for a full minute. She said,
60 seconds.
I posted the video on my page,
Yeah.
but she said, has it been a minute yet? And I was like, no.
Man, them seconds get long when you're in that water. I'm
Yes.
talking about them seconds get long.
But I was stunned. So last night, I'm laying in the bed, breathing out my mouth because I can't breathe out my nose. And she come in there and she said, are you cold plunging in the morning? And I was like, yeah, I need a cold plunge because I didn't get the cold plunge today. I wasn't feeling good. And she said, well, wake me up in the morning when you get up. And I'm like, okay, this is, I said, why? She said, I'm going to get in there. She ain't asked.
Yeah.
Nothing. So I was like, all right, bet. Now, I'm really not thinking that this is really going to go all the way through. But I get up, I go open the door. I say, hey, I'm about to ride my bike and then I'm a cold plunge. She said, okay. She hops up, and before I finished reading my Bible, she came down there, fully dressed in her bathing suit. She was ready to go. So for all the rest of you chumps out there that don't want to try,
chumps.
My 8-year-old got in the cold plunge with me today. And 42 degrees. She stayed in there for a minute. I coached her through. And she was taking her deep breaths and all. She said, how do you do? Because I told her, I said, just breathe. I said, focus on breathing. Don't focus on how cold the water is. And she was like, how do you do that?
Right.
But she did it. She did it for a full. She actually did over a minute.
Yeah.
Those extra breaths I had her take, she actually was staying in a little over a minute. But
she mentioned it last night when I went over.
I was shocked. I mean, to me, that came out of nowhere. But kudos to Kirsten for jumping in the cold plunge. I think our kids are growing up. Caitlin cooked dinner tonight.
Tacos.
Yeah, I showed her how to fix some meatless tacos,
some vegan tacos.
Yeah. So she cooked tacos for us tonight, and she did a really good job. They were very tasty. So I feel like in the parent box, we're doing pretty good, man. We're raising some brave children, you know what I'm saying, and some getting some culinary skills in there. I feel good as a parent.
Caitlin, she cooked breakfast the other day.
She did cook breakfast when I was gone.
I know they be I still ain't got my pancake game up yet.
Their pancakes are so good that you just shouldn't try to make
I'm gonna let them do their deal
because them see-through pancakes just wasn't it. They haven't been able
listen. I don't think it was my fault. I tried to follow the instructions on the back of the box, okay? But it wasn't enough batter
left
to equate to any of the levels that was on the box.
But you still went through with it.
I did, but I tried to, modify the amount of water that needed to go into it.
But it didn't work.
It didn't quite work.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have, like if it's one cup of pancake batter and then put, half a cup of what? No, I ain't have a whole cup of it. You know what I'm saying?
So you ended up making crepes instead of pancakes.
Yeah, but it was good. It was good. It still tastes like pancakes. It just was, you could roll it up.
They said.
You could roll it up. That was it. You could
that's not.
You can just,
So my kids learn how to cook because anytime I travel, they want to still be able to sustain livelihood around here.
Man, I couldn't make that adjustment. You know what I'm saying? But I could have probably put some breakfast sausage in the middle of it, some eggs, and then rolled it up.
Oh, you gonna make a hot dog pancake?
Man, it would have been it wouldn't have been like a what did they call it?
Pig in a blanket.
No, pancake on a stick. No, it wouldn't have been like that because it still was thin. It just would have.
Yeah, they said they would see through, but nevertheless, I
bet you they ate.
They know how to cook now, and so we just thank God for that. Yeah. We have some kids that are self-sustaining, and I'm just grateful.
Amen. Straight up.
All right, what you want to talk about tonight?
Beets by Crystal.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what you want to talk about.
I'm just saying that's probably why you ain't been sleeping. You've been excited about.
No, I haven't been sleeping because this pollen got stuck in my nose. That's what that was. Yeah, I was praying that the Beets would actually give me some good recovery. I've been drinking beet juice thinking it's like holy oil or something. Like, just please, Lord, heal me. I was drinking extra beet juice, anything, Lord.
Man, I mean, it be like that sometimes when you stretch and you just looking for whatever you can to make it right.
I would have drank some motor oil if it would help me to get listen. Sinus pressure is something serious, man.
Hey, listen,
you have dealt with sinuses, allergies, whatever, but I did it to myself. So
if you're willing to go there, all you need is some castor oil.
You know,
if you know about castor oil, put a 1 in the chat.
Yeah,
if you done tasted some castor oil, put a 1 in the chat. Castor oil kill it. It will cure anything.
I didn't even think about that, but I think I'm over it enough now not to.
I'm talking about. Castor oil. I think every grandma in the nation got castor oil in their cabinet.
Anyway, yeah,
ain't like
everybody know about that.
Castor oil.
Zyrtec D does nothing for me. Oh my Lord!
I don't know, Don.
That's bad. All right, so you want to talk about it? Let's talk about it.
Talk about it. I listen. So one, I'm super excited and super proud of you. You know,
really?
Yeah, I am.
Really,
I'm super excited, super proud of you.
Is there a hand clap there? Oh, that's crickets. Thank you.
That's all you get. So, but I just, you know, I mean, when you talk about transitioning and allowing, you know what I'm saying, yourself to be present in the journey, I really think that this is what this book encompasses. You know what I mean? Like from the perspective of, okay, we do a lot in business, right? But just the whole transition to the healthy phase and things like that, you know, because I remember we was eating pork chops and Cajun rice, you know.
Yeah, but that was way back in the game.
It was, but you know,
I ain't cooked the pork chop in a bit.
It been a minute. No, this was about like
5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. Yeah. I ain't cooked the pork chop.
Well, I'm thinking I really went back to Nelf Jefferson.
Yeah, I'm talking about college days.
Yeah, college
I ain't dipped the pork chop in some grease, and my Lord, you went way back there.
Yeah, I remember I was like, oh, man, she a winner.
Because I cooked pork chop
and some dirty rice. It's like, bro, she cooked, you know,
halfway to a heart attack.
Man, I'm talking about, hey, I felt good. That was something to write home about right there.
I'm sure.
Yeah, hey, but you know what I'm saying? You go from, you know, I'm just saying, just that type of eating or whatever it may be. And of course, that was a while ago, but we you know, we weren't always eating healthy, or I still don't 100% eat, you know, as healthy as you do. But just the fact that, you know, you allowed the journey to kind of continue to lead you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Versus, have fun with it.
Yeah, just having fun, just being in the moment and totally allowing it to engulf you, versus, you know, trying to say, okay, well, no, this is just a phase, or just being in there now. You didn't go into this expecting to come out with a book.
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, I think I really only did, I did the recipe book because, you know, I'm walking and, you know, God gives me this idea, you know, and I'm like, Beets by Crystal, that sounds pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it is.
You know,
Beets by Crystal.
So I was, you know, a little play on words or whatever. So I had got the idea, but, you know, I like to cook anyway, you know, so even before I did the whole, you know, health kick type of deal, I just like to cook, like experiment in the kitchen. And I even talk about it in the book. You know, just me learning how to cook, like watching my grandmama in the kitchen, you know, going in there, like she ain't measuring not a thing. I'm talking about just throwing stuff, and I'm just watching her, you know, do one of these, whipping something up in a pot, and I'm just watching because I don't, you know, but she would never let you get close enough to, you know, you could help wash dishes, set the table or something like that, but the only thing you could really do that was involved in the cooking was chop something up, you know. That's how you grow up.
You're right. You start as a sous chef, and then, you know, hey, but straight up, I gotta give shout out to everybody that still whip stuff by hand.
Ooh,
because like trying to mix, like
that's how your grandmama forearms and stuff get so hard. When they whoop you, it feel like some lightning and thunder coming at you, because it's like, man, they've been doing this for all that right there. All this muscle right here is strong. It's with a K in there. It's strong. If you get hit by a grandmama that know how to do this.
Hey, listen, I'm talking about, you talking about tiresome. I'll be in there. I had to have a sweatband on.
It takes some strength to cook for a whole bunch of people in there and in them pots like that. But I just grew up watching her cook in the kitchen. Then I, you know, watched my mama cook in the kitchen, and so, you know, I took a liking to it. So I would just experiment like all the time, just cooking different stuff or whatever. So I've always loved to cook. So when this whole, you know, I'm gonna eat right type of deal came around, at first I hated it because I didn't apply what I knew. I was just like, it has to be disgusting. You know what I'm saying? It got to be bland. It got to be plain. And then what I realized, I was like, why are you not using what you already know to use? Like,
Yeah.
you know how to cook. Just make the healthy stuff, you know, taste
Tastes
good,
good.
look
Yeah.
good. You know, me personally, I feel like it don't matter whether you season it well or not. If your plate cute, your food gonna be good. Like, I just like a cute plate. And so I would just start to experiment with that's my philosophy. And okay, put a 2 in the chat if you like a cute plate. I know some people don't care. They like, I don't care if my food touching this, and I really don't care if food touch. It depends, you know, like Thanksgiving, food can touch. But if I'm cooking, you know, like a nice gourmet meal, if I sprinkle a little parsley, you know, little stuff to make it look cute, it's gonna taste good.
Give me messy action all day.
Okay.
Give me messy. I'm talking about juice running together, cup running over.
Presentation is everything.
Yeah. No. I'm with you.
Yolanda say it still gotta taste good.
It's cool if it's plated good, but don't
telling you,
don't give me
food tastes good when it look good. I'm telling you, a nice looking plate.
Man.
Now my food tastes good anyway, but you know, I guess in
some
all
people
fairness,
eat with their eyes, man. Some people eat with their eyes.
I like both. You know, I do. I obviously, you know, I want to, you know, season my food, but I just think a nice looking plate. It just makes your food taste better.
I need that aroma.
Well, yeah. Aroma. But anyway, I started experimenting a little bit, you know, putting some stuff together. But what was really happening is I'm buying these juices, and I mean, you know, they were good, but I kept hearing people say, you know, juicing at home is better. You know, so I'm like, man, it looked like a lot of work, you know, but I still bought juices. And that's the thing about me is I'm not gonna just, you know, just like with the cold plunging. I didn't just go straight out and buy a cold plunge tank.
Right. No, you didn't.
The same way with the juice. And I was like, am I gonna keep this up? Right. Yeah. Like, am I gonna actually, you know, drink these juices as you know, as often, regular, you know, or is this gonna be something that I just kick to the curb? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? After a couple of months or so. But and to be honest, I mean, anybody that's been watching the journey know I call this stuff dirt juice.
I know it. I was trying to help her out. I'm like, it's earthy.
It's dirty.
It ain't dirt.
It was just dirty. People can, first of all, you say earthy, whatever, but people identify with dirt. Okay, like it was just dirty.
Okay.
And I clearly I wasn't mixing it. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't got my skills together yet. You know, but I think what ended up happening is the consistency, you know, of me actually drinking it every day and then learning how to mix it right. I started to actually like the taste. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like, oh, this is not that bad. But man, when I bought that juicer,
changed the game.
Oh man,
changed the game.
I was like, okay, this is what the problem was. Yeah. I needed to make my own elixir. It's like exactly.
You used to be something like a mixologist.
Yeah. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore.
Some days I sit and wish I was a kid again.
But you know, I bought that juicer, man, and that changed the game. But I mean, I just wanted to eat healthier, you know what I'm saying? Be healthier, feel good or whatever. So, you know, when I started kicking out, you know, different things in the diet, first of all, I never thought that any of this would lead to me leaving meat in 2023.
I wouldn't have thought that for the life of me.
The way you can make them bones, that meat fall off the bone on that grill.
It's coming a time.
Listen, every now and again, I might have to find a way.
Hey, that burnt fat of the beast, I will.
To at least a beef rib. Now the pork is gone forever.
Yeah, okay.
That I have been saved and redeemed by the blood of the lamb.
I'll let you.
And that's not Mary's little lamb. That's Jesus.
I put that on Mary's little lamb.
I put that on Mary's little lamb. I am done. I'm done with the pork. Hey. But I might slip off into the crevice of a beef rib.
I
don't know. But I'm just saying for now, I have left the meat in the 2023.
I'm gonna let you have it.
Praise the Lord. Yeah. Well, we know about the bacon. We know. We know you still.
I ain't just cleaning my face with it, but you know, I'm just saying, the burnt fat of the beast can be pretty succulent at times.
Yeah, see, Jaleesa even said my beet juice is good because she drinks it.
Oh, I know.
I have to find. I'm gonna get the name of my juicer and put it in the comments.
What made you really start chronicling your?
My God.
I agree. I
Send
Haywood.
the oil over the
I
podcast.
agree with you.
Bacon
It's a delicacy.
is pork, okay?
It's a delicacy.
It's pork.
Hey, bacon to wake
Send
up
send the oil through the Wi-Fi waves, Lord, and heal her mind. Because bacon has always and will forever be pork.
I just remember like waking up on Sunday morning smelling to the smell of bacon.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Just
and
like
if we stay at my mama's house, you still will wake up and smell it.
Man, it's like if it's cold outside, and it's like the aroma just go like even further.
When you cook it downstairs, it travels upstairs.
I'm talking about what? That gets you from underneath that cover so quick. You know what I'm saying? You be like, "Oh, grandma, I'm cooking bacon."
It's time to get up. I understand. I'm not saying that my toes still wouldn't twinkle out the smell of bacon. I'm not saying that it wouldn't. I'm just saying that I will not eat it.
Hey, well,
that's what I'm saying.
Will you juice it? Will you drink it?
No, ask your question. Ask your question. Ask your question.
I'm just asking now. I just, you know, what was I going to say? Oh yeah. So yeah, but you started to chronicle your journey, right?
Yeah.
And I really think a lot of people feel like they minimize their journey. I feel like everybody's story is unique. You know what I mean? Everybody, their story and their experience is their own. You know what I mean? But a lot of times people don't want to share their experience or their journey, even if they chronicle it or just write it down themselves, you know, for themselves, to be able to look back on it to see, why do you think that is? Like, why do you feel like people minimize their journey or their experience and are reluctant to share it with anybody else?
I don't. Maybe
what made you want to share yours with anybody else?
Oh, well, yeah, that's probably a better question because I can't speak for other people. But like for me, I use social media as a tool for a lot of different things. I do like to use social media to socialize, but I also use it as a tool for accountability.
Okay.
So I know that.
So you use social media for a tool accountability?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you?
You got to say more about that though.
Because if I start a new journey and I start to share about that journey on social media, then people start to ask more about it. More people, see it. So then when they see you in person, they're like, "Oh, I see you drinking beet juice," right? Like that started to happen, right? The same way as how when I started saying "dominate with Crystal," right?
Yeah.
And then everything I did was, hashtag dominate with Crystal. So then it gets to the point where every time somebody sees you, the first thing they say is dominate. Yeah. We did the same thing when we first opened State Farm, right? Yeah. Hashtag the farm. Yeah. So then everybody wants to know what's going on at the farm, right? Yeah. And so I know that because people, engage that way, especially when I'm starting on a journey like this, where I'm saying I'm about to, go on a no sugar something for X amount of day. I'm not like I did 60 something, almost. It had to be longer than that. I did like 2.5, almost 3 months of no bread.
I know, man. The pantry was looking like something off the Matrix.
I didn't have it. You guys were eating it,
but you wasn't buying it. We were eating it when we went out.
Okay.
The
point
is, the pantry just was looking.
I'm sharing it for accountability.
Like Neo was about to come at any moment. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't sure what oatmeal.
Man, I bought bread. Raisins? Stop. You can stop. I've still
pumpernickel bread does not count.
I bought the bread that we typically would eat.
Man, we ain't bought bunny bread in about
at least 3 weeks. Man, I had it 3 weeks ago.
Seen no plantation bunny bread.
If your children was in here, I would get them to testify that we just had bunny bread. But I try not to, cycle that in. We get like the whole wheat,
the colorful bread.
Multi-grain.
Yeah, I know the colorful
or the pumpernickel.
Yeah, the dark.
I'm trying to help y'all. Because I'm trying to tell you now, I want you to be here until you 102, 3, 4, 17. Okay. But if you leave up out of here,
you go cash in good.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna find somebody that ain't eating pork and bread and beef now.
Be happy, please.
Now I'm trying to keep you here. Now stay with me. So I'm gonna get you some bunny eggs like once a month. we got to do better. That's all I'm saying. We were talking about accountability.
Accountability, right? You do it on social media for accountability.
Yes. Yeah. So when I'm doing something new, I utilize social media. I know people, and I get it all the time. People inbox me like, "Man, thanks for posting the scriptures. Thanks for this." Or if I, see people, they like, "Man, this inspired me, this and that." I'm like, that is so great. Praise God. But the truth of the matter is, even though I do aspire to inspire other people, I get that.
Okay.
But at the same time, I am doing this for me.
Okay.
Right? Like, I'm like, hey, if I put this out there, folks are going to start paying attention. And if I consistently do it, if I happen to fall off at some point, somebody going to say, man, I ain't seen Beets in the Bible in a minute.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
why you
What
didn't give us no
happened? Yeah.
scripture last week? Oh, I stopped reading my Bible.
Oh, yeah.
Now I got to tell people
Now I guess-
I'm not reading the word. That's why I didn't post it. My bad. I'm getting back to the word next week.
Yeah.
But if I consistently do it, then you know what I'm saying, that helps me.
Yeah.
The same way as, you know what I'm saying, me posting about the journey of drinking beet juice, that was me saying, look, my health is more important than the taste of this juice, right?
Yeah.
And so I also use it because Facebook memories, right? Like stuff come back up. So say if I had fell off,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And I only did it for like 2-3 weeks. If that Facebook memory popped back up a year from now, I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I started drinking beet juice for like 3 weeks and fell off.
And fell off. Cause it go pop up.
Cause it's gonna come back. Cause when them high five challenge, things come back, I'd be like, golly, man.
Yeah.
My arm don't look like that arm.
It's all good.
You know what I'm saying? Oh no, because I've been doing at least 30 to 50 push-ups every day.
Okay.
Yeah, they coming back.
Yeah, no,
they is coming back. Because I saw one of them memories.
There you go.
Is it?
Get them thunder cookies ready.
Yeah,
Get them ready.
I use social media for me. Like, so I'm like, hey, if I put this out there, then I now like creating a habit and this consistency for me.
Okay.
Now, that's just my cheat code. It works very well for me.
Right. So that's what I mean.
It's transparency, and it helps other people to see, like, it really is like a day by day, type of journey.
Yeah.
Right.
But a lot of times I think somebody might see your post and be like, oh man, she been doing that for a minute. But sometimes it's just like you may have done it in private for a minute, but you ain't been doing this for 20 years.
No.
You know what I'm saying? This ain't that journey. And just like, hey, now I'm gonna do it.
I can tell you this, the first day I drank beet juice, I made that post and said, this stuff tastes like dirt.
You did.
First day.
That's gonna come back for sure.
I was like, this is disgusting.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what is this mess that I'm drinking? I can't believe I'm doing this. But I had to do it that day because I was like, I knew I wanted to, like get over that.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted it to be something consistent. So I was like, well, the least I could do is have a little fun with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna still drink it, whether it tastes like dirt or not. I know that it's good for my body, you know?
Yeah.
And so to me, it didn't matter, about the taste or whatever, but I felt like other people would get a laugh from it. And then once I realized, hey, I'm starting to have a lot more stamina during my workouts, right? My body is now regular. Like, did you know you're supposed to poop multiple times a day? My God, today. Release. But the beet juice do that for you, right? I was like, man, I am feeling so much better because I'm drinking this drink every day.
Yeah.
So then I get to share, the good things that are happening, even though it might be still tasting like dirt at the time, but my body is starting to experience some things. And I'm like, oh, okay, there's some good benefits from that, so I still didn't think that it would evolve off into a recipe book for sure. But it did, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just, I think I'm in more shock and awe from the fact that I went from, dirt juice to, inspiring other people. Like, it went to this whole wave of people inboxing me.
It was a deal.
Tagging me like, hey, I'm on the beet train, man. Like, I'm drinking beets today. I can't believe I tried this beet juice. Like, I'm talking, it felt like hundreds of people.
Man, listen, when we go to the 20-year class reunion,
oh yeah, I did do that.
And this girl got a shot table set up for Beets.
Hey,
when it got the little red solo cups
was Holy
and
Spirit
everything.
led. I believe that was Holy Spirit led, man. Because one of my classmates had high blood pressure, and I let her taste beet juice at the class reunion. She got a shot. Nah, this Holy Spirit led. Now I'm telling you,
I can't laugh too hard if that's what you're saying.
It is. You can't. Don't you laugh.
Like
you see how Lamar finna laugh at the Lord?
Well, no, this sounded just like a promo for Noni Juice. I don't know.
We used to get that. My uncle used to sell Noni juice.
That Noni Juice, man. So I don't know if y'all may be too young to know about that Noni Juice.
Anyway, they still sell it. They do. Yeah, it's somebody on my timeline now selling Noni Juice. Yeah, I mean, I think it worked, but it's just juice.
Okay.
It's probably beet juice. But anyway, I set up the shot table at my class reunion, and I'm for real, man. She inboxed me and told me that, you know what I'm saying, her blood pressure had started to regulate because she had been consistently drinking beet juice.
Consistently doing
Yeah, she might even be on here. She watched the podcast too, but I'm just saying, like, I didn't think that. First of all, I thought that it was gonna be funny, right? Because I did set up the beet juice shot table, literally right across from the bar.
Right across from the bar.
I'm like, hey, let's have some healthy options here.
You
because
know how,
I'm not getting no shots of vodka. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. So I need to have something to entertain me.
And then she telling the people that it go help with their recovery the next day.
It will help with your recovery.
And they was just shotting. I'm talking about just come on in. You know, I mean, we got pictures of groups
I think
of people.
we had a great time.
We did, 20 people. But that is,
and I would much rather people taking shots of beet juice than anything else. So I take me everywhere I go. And so I set up that table, and we gonna give praise and honor and glory to God that my classmate blood pressure is now regulated.
Yeah.
You can laugh if you want to. What she said?
Beet juice make me feel like I have a GI bleed. There gotta be somebody coming at you.
The truth is there are a few slight side effects, all right, from drinking beet juice. And we probably should talk about it, especially since we're talking about the recipe book, Beets by Crystal.
Just make it about a 10-second segment.
Well, I mean, people should know, right? So when you first start drinking beet juice, it does, slightly change the color of your urine, it gives it like this reddish, looking tint. You're not dying. There's nothing seriously wrong.
I thought that the first time I ate asparagus.
Oh man, asparagus would do you.
I thought
be
someone
running
wrong
out the
with me.
bathroom.
I thought someone was wrong with me.
I have to really be in the mood to eat asparagus because the way I will run away from that bathroom from myself.
Man, I'm on WebMD. What happens?
You done ate asparagus?
Man,
what happened when it smelled like a skunk has fell off in the toilet? You ate asparagus.
I said, man,
that is the worst. So I typically don't order asparagus as a side unless, my Lord, I'm like, I have to have asparagus today, which hardly ever happens. But with beet juice, you do get a slight variation there. And the same thing with your stool. I just got to be honest. You do have a slight variation there. There's nothing wrong. That red dye in those beets, it travels a long way, okay? Through you and out you. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
That's it. There you go.
That's it. That's all.
That's it. All right. Well, hey, drink enough and you'll find out. But
I think it has a lot of health benefits, though.
Oh, no, it's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
I mean,
like people that have high blood pressure, you know what I'm saying? When they regularly drink beet juice, it regulates it. Like I said, it does help with my stamina because I'm really trying not to put too much in, that shouldn't be in there. So like when I was working out before, I would do a whole bunch of pre-workouts.
Oh yeah.
Like pre-workout drinks and stuff have you all jittery.
You ain't
know what I'm saying? Your eyeballs itching and the back of your head catch on fire or whatever before the stuff, and then you go to jittering.
Yeah, it gets you in the zone though. I don't know if that's what cocaine feels like, but
it might be a little bit of cocaine in that stuff. I don't know, but I was like, this can't be right. Like I'm scratching the palm of my hand trying to get to the white meat.
Man, I feel it moving through my body.
That ain't supposed to happen. So I was like, I want to work out and I want to have energy, but I don't want to do that anymore. Like that's a bit over the top. So beet juice is helping with my stamina for my workouts, just overall body health. And I was like, man, okay, a glass a day won't hurt, but over time it was getting real tasty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess your palate, your
palate does change.
But as I stick with this, anything that is that tastes that doesn't taste good is probably good for you.
She said pre-workouts are made out of what?
Centipedes.
What?
Okay, well, hey,
I'm gonna Google it.
It works. I don't know what centipede got in it, but it works. But hey, anything that really, I'm like, hey, beet juice by itself, not that good.
No. And so none of the recipes that's in my book is beet juice by itself.
Well, it wouldn't need a recipe if it was just straight beet juice.
You got a point.
You
got a point. You do have a point.
I just wanted to know what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm
thinking.
Light bulb.
I'm definitely.
Yeah. But anyway, I did stretch a little further, and then I did some what's the section called? Bring the beat in.
Bring the beat in.
Yes. So there are some recipes in there where you can actually cook with beets.
No mane in there though.
No lion's
that
mane.
mane didn't
There
make
is
it.
no lion's mane. That's the thing about the journey. So like this whole healthy journey, I'm thinking like, so all of the stuff that's supposed to be good for you, I
Yeah.
felt like I could just eat any of that.
Any of it, yeah.
I can't.
Mm.
I can't. I
Well, I
can't
mean,
eat lion's mane.
You know, you did
That mane, I'm telling you, he took me up through in yonder ways. You hear me? I'm talking about my eye looked like I had got punched in it.
And I'm not violent.
Yeah,
like
you
that,
did
man.
it. You did not do it. But I'm telling you, my eyeball, this left one over here, it just got to twitching and itching and swelling. And I'm like, man, what is going on? And in my brain, I never thought that it could be the
lion's mane, right?
I was like, I at first I didn't think that it was anything that I was eating initially, but yeah, we was growing. That's what I think was the problem.
We were growing
is that we were growing in the box. You know, we kept that box in the kitchen. I didn't get rid of whatever was going on with my eye until we like literally threw it away because it was still outside. But you know, the spores and stuff, they just spread throughout the air.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no clue.
Lion's mane is a mushroom.
Oh, it's a mushroom.
It's a mushroom.
Yes. So there is a pink oyster mushroom recipe in the book. I did do that.
Those are good.
Yes, pink oyster mushroom pasta
tastes like
is
a pork
in there.
chop.
That it does.
That tastes like a pork chop.
Now, I didn't put that in the book because it wasn't a healthier option. But you can deep fry pink oyster mushrooms,
and it tastes like
they taste like
the oink oink
pork chop.
Yeah,
I kid you not.
It'd be a kid version of a pork chop.
Yeah, they're small. They're small. It's like it kind of reminds me of like maybe chicken strips or something like that.
Yeah,
once it's fried.
But they good.
But they are super good. So I had started experimenting with. I did blue oyster mushrooms. I've done pink oyster mushrooms, and then I had got introduced to lion's mane, and I made the lion's mane like look like it was a piece of steak. Now when we tasted, it was good. But it didn't have the same texture to me as a steak.
It had more like a fatty steak.
Yeah, it was fatty. Steak.
But I like ribeye, so that was
it was good though.
I was right. It was right down my alley.
Yeah. But I mean, and that's what I like about the journey in itself is once I just leaned all the way in, I was able to experiment on a completely different level. So I perfected that steak because it took multiple times, it did. Because the first time it looked white, almost like it was like kind of how it was in the inside. And then I used the beets.
The dried beet powder.
I took the beet powder and I guess I should have put it in the book, but it wouldn't have been. I'd have been so sad that I couldn't cook it because I haven't cooked it since I realized that I was allergic to it. But I wanted to, actually take my own photos of my own food.
I'm still the number one man.
Yeah, you are still the number one man, but I did have a number two man when I was eating lion's mane. Now that's just that. But
that's just that. I gotta leave it there. That's just that. Okay,
that's all. But I started experimenting with the lion's mane mushroom and I marinated it, and I thought it was gonna be weird because I had marinated it in the beet juice.
Thought it was gonna taste like that.
Yep, I took some beet juice powder, and then I even took like some canned beets and like strained all the juices and stuff off of it, and I poured it off in a bag, and I marinated the lion's mane mushroom in there, man, with some other seasons and stuff. That thing was good.
Maybe if you do another edition, we can do because I enjoy trying to expand my culinary skills on the grill as well.
Oh, with the different vegetables and stuff.
Exactly. Because I don't know if you guys understand, but hey, Neville. I hadn't seen Neville in years, man. Still ain't seen him. I just see his name. But Neville Hernandez, man. Hey, thanks for tuning in. But hey, my culinary skills on the grill, when you go from cooking, the burnt fat of the beast to mushrooms and veggies and stuff like that, it makes me, make it open up the skills.
You really do. You really do.
You got to have some real skill to cook over a live fire.
You really do. But first of all, I want to say thank you for being so flexible.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. In these last few months, give yourself a hand. All right.
It's no problem at all. My pleasure. No problem.
You've been very flexible in this whole process. Yeah. And, I know y'all probably thinking I am dragging my family along in this journey. That is not the case because I still cook. I will cook 2 separate meals. Will I not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of times where I'll cook meat for him and Kirsten. what's weird about this thing is that Caitlin decided
Yeah.
on the same day that I decided that I wasn't doing meat no more. And
Mm.
Caitlin was like, "So you're not eating meat?" I'm not eating meat. That was
She want to
that.
be like her mama.
And so now
She
when
wanna,
she go to school, she
yeah.
don't eat no meat, for lunch and stuff like that
Yeah.
at school or whatever. Like she's on the bandwagon. So it's like 2 versus 2
Now,
over here,
now
where I'm cooking sides
yeah.
for us and I'm cooking sides plus a meat for
Yeah.
y'all.
Now, y'all tell me if this fair or foul. So Caitlin go to school and she tell her they going on a field trip
Oh
and
yeah.
she asks, or she checks the vegetarian option or
Yep.
something like that. The teacher double
They
backs.
calls us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And was like, hey, is Caitlin she chose, you know what I'm saying? Like almost like it was problematic.
For her to be a vegetarian
Yeah.
as a kid.
It was like, yeah, she
That's
she
what
don't want to
picked.
she eat meat once
They
a
probably
once a-
asked because they was going to Chick-fil-A. And Chick-fil-A probably didn't have like I don't know. I guess she could have ate a biscuit or something like that. But I think they were doing
was it
like
for breakfast?
yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
think they were doing Chick-fil-A for breakfast for the day that they would be coming back.
Yeah, I'm with you, Yolanda. I was like, man, what if she chose
If
that she in the
I was
6th
like,
grade?
she old enough to know which one she picked. They was like,
right.
well, we were just checking to make
Yeah.
sure.
Like she eats it. Does she eat meat? And she eat it when she want to eat it. Okay, you know what I'm saying. If she chose vegetarian today, then let her do that.
And
You
she
know what I'm saying?
did. She picked it on the
Y'all
deal.
tripping, man. Y'all
But she hadn't been eating meat
no,
either.
she said no. She'll eat something like once a week or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's more or less whatever it is that you eat. And if she veer off, it's probably gonna be some chicken or or
I
something
hadn't
like
seen
that.
her eat it all this year. Because I haven't eaten meat all year, so I don't think she's had it. I ain't asked her if she had any at school, but it just seems like she's like, okay, this is a part of the journey. But I'm not. I was just saying that I'm not forced,
No, I ain't
forcing
no,
y'all
but
to go along the journey. It's
I'm
just
gonna test everybody when I get this smoke rolling though.
hey, do your deal, bro.
I'm finna test it.
Trust me when I say I have full blown restraint.
Your resilience gonna have to be strong.
like being able to be regular. Okay, that meat do not travel well. It don't travel well.
Okay,
now I'm good. I'm saved, set apart, and sanctified.
That is well. Let the aroma just fill this place.
You cooked on the grill. You cooked those beef ribs not too long ago on the grill, and I didn't eat any of that.
Were you around?
Yes, that's when you was trying to one up me on the pasta meal. Remember?
Oh, when I had to walk and put the walk on the grill, trying to
he tried to put me in a little cook
my
off.
culinary skills. Yeah,
bro. Yeah, you did.
So you're right.
Did I eat it?
The beef ribs?
I did not.
No, I think we was fasting, or you was fasting or something, though, wasn't it?
Lamont, I don't eat the beef.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. I ain't saying that you ain't. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't fasting. What are you saying?
Okay, yeah, you don't eat beef. You don't only eat good steak.
We went to the spot when we went to the place in Houston or whatever. You ordered the steak.
I know. Yeah, you would think that our meals would be cheaper though,
because I'm not eating meat.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I think I'm reflecting on. Like, man, you got to be eating something because you know what I'm saying. Golly, man, if the vegetarian plate is still $50, then what? You know, man, get the meat on the side. We'll box it up. Let's bring it to the crib, man.
Hey, as long as it tastes good, I don't care how much it costs.
Man, I'm just saying. Well, I mean, it's cool, but they don't have a lot of.
She said, "I don't eat none of the good stuff, steak or bacon." Listen, I've had enough of that to save me for a lifetime, so I'm good to go. I feel good, right? I feel really good. I feel like my body is, responding a lot better. And to be honest, I had looked up some stuff. You know how they say you should eat according to your blood type and all that kind of stuff, whatever. And according to mine, it says that I should be like something like a vegetarian. Whatever. But
I was told that too.
Yeah. Or it might even say vegan or something. I don't know. But I'm gonna eat the cheese.
Yeah. I mean, I've definitely limited, like like beef and
you
pork
probably like 32.7% along the way over here.
Yeah, no, I'm straight with it. I think I'm more excited about growing these vegetables and eating from the garden.
Now those greens that we had the other day. Oh my goodness, them greens tasted like they had came from my backyard.
Well, they did.
They did.
Yeah, they did.
They were so good. But I think that's the thing, right? Is that I feel like, that part of my healthy journey then evolved into something that you and the girls, get to participate in. Cause then you were like, oh, I'm gonna grow you some stuff then, and now it's kind of turned into something that y'all get to kind of have some, some daddy daughter time
Yeah,
doing
well,
because
they
y'all don't
excited.
invite me out there. And
I'm
so,
excited that they excited to come outside.
yeah, that's good. That's good too.
Just to
Get a
get
little
outside.
sunlight on their
Yeah, get
face,
their hands dirty and
do something outside.
yeah.
I agree.
I'm
But
super excited about that.
all of that from Dirt Juice. I
Yeah,
think, you know what I'm saying? I think it's a pretty cool journey, right? To just watch like something as simple as that. And that's what I posted about earlier today, is just watching something super simple, like, evolve off into
yeah,
something that I feel like is like super grand. And so like it warms my heart when I see other people, posting a picture of their Bible next to some beet juice.
yeah,
Like, even though I was drinking the beet juice and making the post for accountability and, for just my own personal health, it's turned into something that, where other people's like, you made me taste beet juice. It's
yeah.
really not that bad.
But that was really just you being authentically who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
and
And
that's what
then
I try
that,
to tell people to do
yeah,
all the time. You know what
and
I'm saying? It's like when you really do show up as yourself, then, that's when you can actually,
yeah.
start to inspire and impact the world.
And then it's not like you have to turn it off and turn it on. I think a
Mm-mm.
lot of times what we'll do is try to become or be something that we're not, and then we attract the people that's attracted to that, and then we get annoyed by what I'm saying, by having to turn it off and turn it on
Yeah.
as it relates to it. Like, man, I don't even, or wonder why, like, I really ain't, like, I don't even get what they saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's because you was, faking it like you wanted to be a gym rat, and
Oh yeah,
then
no.
and then
No.
when all they want to talk about is working out, you like, man, it's more to life than working out.
Yeah.
But you wanted to act like, every outfit you had was a workout outfit, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Or that you only want to cook or farm or whatever it may be.
No, I do think it's important that people, like literally own who they
Yeah.
authentically are.
Yeah.
Like I just think at the core of me, I like to inspire people.
Yeah.
Like I just think that that's just a part of like who I am and who I was created to be. So it's something that I do without even thinking about it,
Mhm.
because it wasn't like I started saying I'm gonna drink beet juice so that I can inspire other people to drink beet
Right,
juice.
right, right.
It just turned into, oh, it's a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, okay, well, let me consistently do this. But then when I'm like, hey, I want to be a part of the beet juice community, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, jump
Yeah.
on the bandwagon anytime, like, let's drink it up. I don't,
BJC.
yeah, I'm like, this is super cool. But for me, that's just what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's not something that I can turn on or off. It literally is something that I do without thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I know that for some, it probably looks like, oh, okay, well, this is like I'm always intentionally doing that, but a lot of
Yeah.
times it just shows up. Like I'm like, this is my personality.
Yeah.
And if I don't show up this way, it will feel, weird to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want other people, to be inspired by something that it is that I'm doing. But at the same time, I've now started to realize that it literally is something that I just do.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's almost sometimes just hard to explain. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I, I guess I try not to make it as calculated because I don't want it to seem manipulative either. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like I still want it to be authentic. And I think people, understand that I'm genuine, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, in my approach whenever I'm,
100%.
putting anything out there. But and like once I knew, that, oh, I'm about to do a recipe book out of this, now I am way more consistent. You know what I'm saying?
With it.
And
Yeah.
that, that's just kind of a freebie to people that do have something, or you do have a business, or you do have a brand, or whatever the case may be. It's more important, that you're more consistent before you ask somebody for a sale,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like there is folks buying this book just because, like, they don't like beets, ain't never drank a beet juice, ain't ate a beet, like
Yeah.
nothing, and they like, I'm gonna get this recipe book. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? But it's because it's because I've just been consistent, right, in the messaging of it. And a lot of times, folks come out, you like, if you're about to start, selling clothes tomorrow,
Mhm.
you just pop up, you know what I'm saying, with this new website and stuff, you selling clothes. But like, has anybody seen you, consistently
Yeah.
wearing
Do
it,
anything with
doing
clothing or
anything
nothing?
with
Yeah.
it? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Have
Yeah.
you been consistent in this lane at all? And I think that, for me, it just proves more that the more consistent you are, in a space, the more people are likely to come along, in the
The journey.
bandwagon.
Yeah.
So I was like, yes, I'm drinking the Beets, but I was also at the same time being more intentional about studying the word.
Yeah.
So then I said, well, let's combine the two because I really want people to start reading the word. You know what I'm saying? I really want people to understand, you know, why I operate the way that I do.
Mhm.
But I mostly operate the way that I do because I believe what the word says about me.
Yeah.
Right. So now I'm combining two things. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I already consistently read the word. I consistently, drink beet juice every
Right.
day. Let's put them
You're
together.
doing two things that's good for one, your body and then your
And,
soul.
and your soul,
Yeah.
but I'm like, this is definitely something that I would want people to participate in. So, why not put them together?
Put the double stack on it.
Yeah.
The
And
double
now,
stack.
you know what I'm saying? And then you see people now, reading their Bible, posting it, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, the
With the
scriptures or
big-
whatever,
yeah.
or having the beet juice there, or just consistently drinking the juice. And I'm like, that's dope.
That
Something
is.
that, for me was a personal journey that I got to use to then, you know what I'm saying, inspire other people to do the same.
Right. And that's what I think the biggest thing is. A lot of times we just don't know how it may inspire somebody else to move.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or what it may do to change somebody else's life.
You
But
never
just
know.
like you said, the fact of the matter is, hey, you doing this definitely put a notion to me to say, man, I've been wanting to grow some stuff. This is it. Let me see if we can grow some beets. Let me see if we can grow, whatever. So now it just boom.
It
Now
evolves. And that's why I'm like, if
yeah.
you never know, like, something that is so simple as that, like what it does to spark other people, because like, yeah, you grew up, like your granddad,
Yeah.
got a farm.
My
Your
mom and them
your
had
grandma, like all the,
gardens.
even
Yeah.
my grandparents had a
Yeah.
garden,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, just from me saying, oh, I'm gonna go on this journey, it then, sparks you to move in a way, but it also sparked other people to move,
Yeah.
right, in a
Absolutely.
way. And I'm like, you could ignore, right, something that seems so seemingly insignificant to you, like so minor, so small, right? But God is nudging you to do a thing, and you're like, this is weird, this is different.
Yeah.
I don't, but then it turns into something,
Right.
And you're like, where did that come from? But it's just really about, you taking small steps, in a direction to do something. Because I
Right.
never would have thought, that my first book, like I always felt like I was gonna write a book. Didn't know, I've written several, and let Kitty tell you, she got a couple of them on ice for me that
Yeah.
they are just not ready to be released to the public at this time.
Yeah.
But I knew I was gonna be an author, but I never, even though I love to cook, I never thought that a recipe book would be first.
Yeah. I
And
agree.
I was walking one
Because
day.
you don't measure nothing. You wouldn't measure
I
nothing. You can't
know,
make no recipe book if you
if you don't
can't say
measure
put 1/4 of a cup. You just like put
a
a
dash of
yeah,
these,
bro.
dash of that.
Until it look
I
right.
actually have measurements in the book though. So,
Yeah.
but season to your own taste might be in some of them instructions.
Yeah.
But I just look at that and I was like, just walking one day, and I was like, man, God, because I was, doing the walks and talks, with God, and I still do. And I'm just walking, and I'm like, man, how is it that you're having me to do? I was still working on the recipe book at the time. I said, how is it that you're having me to do a recipe book first? And just as clear as day, he says, because I wanted you to do something fun first so that you could get out of your own way.
Mm.
And then he immediately gives me the title for my second book.
Oh,
And so
I
I'm like,
got you. Okay.
but I feel like, me going through
Okay.
this process to see how easy it is to do, how simple the process can be,
Right.
and, if you just get out of your own way and just, let the stuff happen, it works out
Yeah.
quite well.
Well, I also think too that a lot of times I'm stoked because I think you embody the thing where it says like let your little light shine,
Yeah.
type deal.
Yeah.
A lot of times I think people think about it as, like do good or what I'm saying, let people know that you're a Christian and stuff like that. But it's also, hey, let your that talent that God gave you, that idea or whatever, let that shine as well.
Yeah.
Because you don't
Anything. Like I wanted people to know, like, dude, I was just drinking beet juice and messed around and put a book out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but a lot of people are doing something, I'm sure probably 10, 20, 1,000 times bigger and better. And they're just sitting on gifts, talents, and abilities,
Just
right?
sitting on it.
And I always be saying stuff like, I'm not that sweet.
And
like,
here's the deal.
I'm not that dope. It's just, I'm just doing regular stuff.
I know you didn't go to Paula Deen cookbook and look at that. I know you didn't look at Tabitha Brown's new deal and be like, let me do it like this. You just did it based on what you wanted to do.
Right. And that's
Like
how
you
when
allowed
I
your
got the
vision to take you.
recipes in there, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, we could do a play on words for beets. I'm like, oh, this
Yeah.
is great. And so there's, a couple of pages in the book where I actually get to, use my writing skills that I picked up along the way.
Yeah, since you was in advanced classes all
Yeah,
of your
yeah, yeah.
scholastic career.
I have a couple of pages in there, of like, inspirational
Yeah.
messages, you know what I'm saying, where I'm inspiring people through the book. And I was like, this is so cool that it's not just recipes, right? I feel
Yeah.
like Caitlin says, it's all made with love, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But there's, spaces inside of the book where I'm actually giving inspirational messages,
Yeah.
and I'm like, this is inside of a recipe book, but it's me.
Exactly. It's you.
It's still
Exactly.
who I am. Like the whole thing embodies me, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, that's what this is about, right? Like anything that you get to do, you literally are just showing up as
And
yourself.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But if more people trusted themselves to show up as themselves, then I think we'd be better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I mean, I
saying?
wasn't like, oh, what is people gonna think if
Yeah.
I, what I'm saying, if I come out with a with
A
a with a
cookbook.
with a
Yeah.
cookbook, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't thinking in it. With a lot of times I would post my food and stuff on Facebook. And I mean, I'll be honest, people have been asking me, can you give me this recipe, give me that recipe or whatever. Now some of them, unhealthy type recipes that I went through the years, clearly they're not in there. But I was like, I could at least, put the nice ones that I've put together over the last couple of months
Yeah.
that are, healthier options, so it's a meatless, recipe book. But those recipes, if you cook them to the recipe,
To the tay.
they good.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
they good.
they gonna be really good. But all of that,
That beet burger is probably, what I'm most excited about.
yeah. I'll make that again.
Yeah.
The one I made is for the photos. Okay. That was another fun part, what I'm saying, about like doing the photos and stuff like that
Yeah.
or whatever. Like you have to, when you're doing food for a photo,
Yeah.
it's not the same as doing food to eat.
No, it ain't.
It is not
It ain't
the same
at all.
So then, like, seasoned food doesn't look as good on a photo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's almost like you have to cook bland food
And
for it to look cute. You know what I'm saying? So
that's why presentation on the plate ain't what it is for me.
Yeah,
that's why that ain't it. You know what I'm saying?
You can still I'm saying the photo doesn't
make it right.
Capture it well. But I hear you. I hear you. But yeah, some of those recipes, man, I was like, oh my God, like I gotta, like it was almost like trying to make toy food.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be like that though. I mean, a lot of times it's just like, but you used all of your real ingredients. You ain't make up nothing, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. All of that was real, you know what I'm saying, like real food, the tacos and everything.
Yeah.
Like
it was real food on the photos. I'm just saying on some of them I couldn't do what I really wanted to do to it because it had to be cute.
Right, for the photo.
Yeah. But it was such a fun project. It really was, man. Like just some of the stuff that we was able to do, and then being able to get the girls involved, you know what I'm saying? Where they were helping and assisting, even behind the scenes, they got in on some of the photos and stuff or whatever. Like I just felt like like this is super cool. And then, of course, that morning when I get up and I tell them, that it had, did a #1 bestseller in the 2 categories, they were super excited about that.
Super excited.
Yeah.
Like, oh, give me a high five.
Yeah, they were pretty geeked by it. Yeah. So I think for me, the whole thing has been fun, but even
the
out of
continues,
it still continues. But I still just want people to know that you can take something super simple and make it into something grand
100%.
if you just give it, you know what I'm saying, just a little energy.
That's it. Yeah. Or respect it for what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just embrace the journey, be present during the journey.
Yeah.
And then, allow yourself to move fluidly through it. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times I just think that we get handicapped by thinking of what somebody else is thinking. You know what I'm saying? What are the thoughts? Like, what is like, dang, what this look like? Or what somebody go say about this? Like, it really don't matter. Am I okay with this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Am I okay with it? How does it make me feel? And if it's something like that, then it ain't no big deal, man. I mean, that's just that's just what it is. I just think that we should embrace the ideas that we have,
Yeah.
and then
And
we
execute on
work,
them.
yeah, and
You know what I'm
execute
saying?
on
Like,
them, man.
well, we already know. I always talk about, taking messy action. It really doesn't have to be perfect, to get started. You just have to, get started. And then the people, that you need along the journey,
They'll
it
come
it
through.
almost like they just start showing up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so I just want folks to know, like, if you have an idea or you're thinking of something that you want to do, like, just do the first step that you know to
yeah,
do. Like, take whatever that step is, and then say, okay, what's the next step? Okay, what's the next step? Like,
right,
I think
right,
that it's more important to just get started than to try to figure out, how do you make it perfect first? Because
right.
it
A
don't
hundred
always come
percent.
out that
It
way.
doesn't.
You know what I'm
You know
saying?
what I'm
Like,
saying?
I think if you really think about it, it's best that you go through, whatever it is that you need to go through, because that's how you get to the
That's how you
perfected
learn.
stage. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But you're learning so much in the process. But most folks want to start with the finished product, and that's so backwards.
Yeah.
You can't just start with the finished product in hand. You have to go through the steps.
Exactly.
You got to go through the
No, I
steps.
agree. I agree. AB done is
Done is
better
better than
than,
perfect.
yeah. And I think a lot of times it's just, hey, you want the real for real finished product, and you're like, man, but what like let's just start.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's just start, because that finished work, I'm sure um somebody's first literary art work is not what is not the same as what they will put out today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We look at some photos that we may have taken, you know, 10, 15 years ago. They don't look the same as what they would look like now. You
No.
know what I mean? The work that we do, like the way that I run my office, it doesn't
Mhm.
look the same. The way that we
No.
handle things, and it doesn't look the same.
But
You
it
know what I
had
mean?
to it had to
Had to
start
start somewhere. Yeah.
somewhere. I'm glad you said that, man. What time is it? It was at we got a couple minutes, I guess. Um yeah, the way we handle things aren't the same. I because so a couple, was it 2 or so nights ago? I don't know. Maybe about 2 nights ago. What is it? Today's Thursday. I guess it was
Yeah.
probably maybe like 2 or 3 days ago or so or whatever. I just think about, like, when we were talking about the start, and the finish, and nowhere are we near finished. But I just think about, like, our start and how we handle, disagreements at the start,
Hmm.
and then how we handle disagreements now.
Yeah.
Because, like, a couple nights ago, you had a pretty rough day.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You was a little agitated.
Hmm.
And we was about to end the night.
Tread lightly.
Not so
No, I'm just
well.
playing. Go ahead.
And so, I I immediately noticed, what I'm saying, that the night is now about to not end well.
Hmm.
And I just thought to myself in a moment, what I'm saying, I took a breath there, and I said, yeah, I'm not gonna participate in that.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to go there. And then, the way that we ended the night was way better, right? Than any other time where we've both had, what I'm saying, a rough day.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And it could have went, what I'm saying, completely left field. But, just recognizing how we're able to communicate now, right? Versus how we've communicated previously.
Right.
Obviously it's night and day different. But, to not ever start. Like, I just think about people who just decide, I'm not gonna talk about it. I don't
Yeah.
want to talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
I want to talk about it. Well, how do you get to uh you
A
know
point that you can talk about it fluidly. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, if
Or
you don't walk
talk
through the
about it and
stages
then
of,
get it done. Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, for me, all of this stuff is transferable, right? Like, how you do anything is how you do everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so being able to, start something, right?
Hmm.
To then grow it into something, to get it, what I'm saying, where you're making progress, to get you closer to perfection, even though we know that perfection is like this, cloud of a situation. Like,
Yeah.
it's not
For sure.
necessarily real. But to actually be able to start in a space, like, you can't just be afraid to, enter in uncomfortable spaces. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And I know
Right.
for us, at one point in time, we didn't want to enter into uncomfortable
No,
spaces when we're
100%.
talking about, having a conversation or a conflict or disagreement, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, or whatever the case may be. But, just bringing it all full circle, I think that all work works. You know what I'm
All work
saying?
works.
And when
Yeah.
when we're growing and becoming and, developing as humans, like, all of this stuff matters,
Yeah.
right? Like, our ability to want to start something new and different, our ability to want to, be able to communicate better, like, all of
Hmm.
that, it all starts in a space of, I don't know how this
Starting
going.
to work. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know
it.
how this gonna turn out. You know what I'm
That's
saying? I
it.
don't know what whatever, but I still have to, move forward in that
Right.
space. And I thought about that when you said when you were saying the deal about just starting with the book, it's like that goes for any and everything, right? It's not just, oh, I want to write my first book, or I want to, start my workout journey, or, I want to start a new business, or I want to start a new job, or I want to have better communication. It all is a mindset.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's all a mindset in that I'm going to decide that I'm going to do better or be better. Here are the steps that I at least know to start. Right.
Yeah.
Let me start there.
That's it.
And that's it. I just want more people to grasp that, that it really does go full circle.
And you may not get it right the first time.
No.
The first recipe or the first conversation or the first action, you may not get it right. You know what I mean?
You can always try again.
Exactly. You just like, oh, okay, well, yep, I botched that one.
I can tell you that them recipes I was putting together, some of them, especially the ones where you had a little bit too much ginger.
It can
My
hit
God,
you.
today,
Ginger is
in
a strong,
the back of your throat.
Ginger is strong as a Southern grandmama. Ginger is strong.
Yeah.
But you're right. That's how we learn, and that's where we learn. But a lot of times we just afraid of the failure, or just not getting it right. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to like the communication piece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That I feel like is one of the biggest hurdles for people in any arena, relationship, business, the whole nine. Like, I just think that that's a stumbling block for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But just being able to get back up and be like, oh, okay, well, yeah, no, okay, dang, that apology sounded botched. Let me.
Oh, it was botched. Oh, Jesus, it was botched. It was bad.
Let me go back to the drawing board.
Glad you brought that up.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
it was bad. It was real bad.
I still don't think it was.
It was bad. It was so bad. Yeah. I said, "Oh man, take it back.
Yeah,
take it back."
Yeah, I don't think it was botched.
You don't think it was botched?
No.
I think you should rewind the tape.
I communicated effectively. Yeah. You understood exactly what I was saying.
I'm glad we can laugh about it now, but I'm telling you, man, when somebody give you a bad apology, yes or yes, do you really just not want to have that? I would rather you just not give it if it's bad.
That's so selfish.
What?
Because the apology, I don't know if it's about you though.
It wasn't real.
It was.
You can't say that. It was to me, for me.
It was to you, for me. I'm asking your forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, hey, look, yeah, this is, hey, my bad, man. My bad. You know what I'm saying?
I wish I could rehearse this back in my head.
I think you just were like, man, I don't know what you was expecting, but
it was bad. It was really bad. Right. It was like,
the same way
it was
think
almost
a ribeye
like,
steak
I'm sorry
bad.
for being sorry.
You think,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
the same way you think a ribeye steak is bad. That was bad. You right.
No, man.
You right.
You know you did that apology some bad, man. It was like your tone, your attitude about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just stand there with your arms folded. Like, it was bad.
My arms were not folded.
It felt like a folded arm apology.
See, you felt a lot. You felt a lot. That might not have.
Nah, your arms probably wasn't folded, but you was just like, all right, man, look. That's how you started. That's how you started the apology.
No, I did not.
All right, man, look. Nah, I was wrong for how I had came. Like, I was like,
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
You don't recall?
No.
It's too many days gone.
No, I
you botched that.
I just said, hey, listen, I think my response to you was a little bit harsh. And for that, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't I apologize. That wasn't what I was trying to do, but I was a little irritated. So
it was funny, but at the same time, it was real raunchy.
But it was a real apology.
To you. I was telling you that to me. I was like, you could have probably.
If somebody say my bad, is that the same as an apology? Like, if they be like, my bad, that's on me.
Well, what are you apologizing for?
But so that's what make up an apology. You got to say what you apologizing for. Like, my bad, I wasted. Oh, my bad, man, I didn't throw that box away. My bad, I wasted the juice.
Well, I'm more so, trying to figure out, do we have a, like a similar understanding? In that instance, I think, what I'm saying, that you were apologizing because you knew you had, kind of, you was a little antsy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly why I was apologizing.
But I'm saying, I don't think that you were ready yet, to apologize. But you was like, oh, we finna go to bed. I probably need to go to
The
apologize.
Bible
'Cause
say don't let the sun go down on your wrath now.
So you was
No.
apologizing because you knew we was finna go to bed. You didn't want to go to bed mad, which I get that. You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't mad. I just felt like my response was not.
Well, yeah,
was
you
not
weren't
right.
you weren't mad. You know what I'm saying? But you
I coulda got
did.
some
But you
good
did
sleep.
straight face me a whole bunch of times. Where I asked, like I had asked you to check on my plunge tank because I was refilling it. You ain't say, all right, I got you nothing. You just turned around like you switched off and walked away.
I don't switch.
You switched like this.
No, you could say I turned.
You snatched.
No,
you did. You did.
You gotta find better words. Find better words.
Did you say something to me though? Did you say words when I asked you to? See, I said, hey, can you check on my plunge tank for me? And you just turned away. You didn't talk. You didn't talk. That's why you knew you had to apologize.
No, I don't recall. I wasn't even apologizing for that.
No, he wasn't, but you knew he was treating me some type of way the whole night. And so then he came and gave, I'm telling y'all, man, I wish I could run back the tape. But he gave me a halfway apology.
Reclaiming my time.
But what really ended up happening was we talked it out, you know what I'm saying? And we still, went to bed in a great state. Yeah. And I'm just saying,
it wasn't 2 a.m.
Oh no, it was like a 5-minute conversation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because you had when you did your like octave change, I was like, I ain't going up there with you. You could take it back down to C minor because I'm not going up there. And then man, what you talking about? Because you know how the men folk do when they voice get high pitched. You like, that's one step from a holler,
man. I promise, man. Y'all hey, lie, man.
Tell me, y'all don't go to high pitch.
I don't know.
It's some married women in here. I'm telling you, when your husband get upset, tell me he don't go to soprano on y'all. Yeah, I know. I ain't the only one. Watch the comments come in. They gonna say, "Yep, my husband go to soprano."
I mean, I don't know what that is.
You are no longer in the bass or tenor. You go to alto, then soprano.
Listen,
that's what y'all do, man.
Okay, well, I'm up there.
Watch him tell you.
Yeah.
See? Yeah.
Listen, this her imagination. I don't know.
I'm not making
I don't know. But even if that is the case, if it's an hour into the conversation, you know what I'm saying? Then I think there's more.
Bruh, we had just started. Remind you that we only had about a 5-minute conversation. Then we were good. We went to sleep. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying in the first 30 to 45 seconds, you had went to soprano.
Man, I don't know. I don't know.
All right, hey, I'm just telling you, man. What I'm saying though is, even though we're making light of it now, I'm saying that I felt like that was a major growth moment.
Yeah, for
you know what I'm saying? Like I think that and not that we hadn't had them before, but I just think that we, you know what I'm saying, we were able to get to a resolve, like a whole lot faster. And to me that, that speaks volumes to the work, that we've, been doing in between time to say this is the space, that I would much prefer to be in.
Well, from the start, it probably would have been a next day situation, and it probably would have came in the form of a text.
Or you'd have woke me up out of my sleep the next morning to my, hey, I gotta tell you, I gotta talk to you.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you could have said that when I was asleep.
But why I don't never get woke up? Why is it that
because I'm on my sleep?
You don't never stand on the side of the bed.
Because I'm on my sleep.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I give you apologies wide awake.
Yeah.
Man, get out. I don't know. How did we get on that?
I don't know either. I don't know. Because you on here talking about octaves and soprano and stuff.
Yeah, you trying to tell me that you don't, are you literally saying this is just for me? Act like
give me a rendition of it. Tell me.
I'm not gonna mock you like that.
Well, go ahead.
Because I don't like it when you mock me.
I don't think I ever mock you.
You gonna lie like that?
I don't mock you. I don't mock you.
You don't mock me.
I know.
First of all, we know that's a lie from the pits of hell because every married couple has mocked their spouse at some point in time.
But not in an angry way. But you know what I'm saying? Like if you trip and fail over something.
Nah, bro. You know you done mocked me before, man. I'm like, how you gonna just sit here and act like that?
I don't mock you, man. I don't.
All right.
I don't knock you.
All right.
Say
Now,
you love.
you going to have to account for that.
Hey, love your wife like Christ of the church. I didn't. Christ didn't mock the church. I
You going to
just.
have to account for that, Lamar. I just want y'all to know he is on here. I'm talking about put on a nice show for y'all at this
No, not at all.
15 after the hour. Anyway,
Yeah.
the show was supposed to be about
It was
Beats
Beats
by
by Crystal.
Crystal.
Yeah.
Which it was for the most part.
Yeah.
That's all we really wanted to talk
Hey,
about tonight. We were excited about it. We
absolutely.
appreciate everybody that that purchased the book.
Yeah. It's still available.
It is still available. I will put the link in there for you guys for anybody that is interested in purchasing the book. It is still available on Amazon.com for pre-orders. So the actual paperback book will be available at this time on March the 22nd. It has been so many people asking me when can they get the paperback book. I'm really gonna try to push this date up, and so if it's possible, I'll try to make it available sooner than March 22nd. But as of now, the book is going to be available for paperback orders on March 22nd. But you can pre-order the ebook now. And both of those will be officially released on the 22nd. So we are just so grateful. Yes, I will put the juicer. I'll put the juice on my page as well.
Yeah.
But we are super grateful to everybody that purchased. I was kind of shocked, honestly, at the amount of people that bought the ebook on
you just
the
never
day of
know,
release.
man, what how people respond to you.
No,
because
you never
it's
do.
more, it's about more than just you. But sometimes we get so self-centered and just think it's only about us and want to hold our gift back and not let our light shine when it really ain't about us at all.
Yeah. No, this has been, it's been fun for me. I've enjoyed it. She said, "Why were you shocked?" I was just shocked that so many people bought, because the book is literally about beets. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, not just about, but I'm saying like most of the recipes in there, in the beautifully blended section. So that's the first section of the book. It's just different beet recipes. So there's red beets and then the gold beets. So that section, beautifully blended, is all about beet juice recipes, right? And then bring the beet in. That particular section is, actual, beets that you can cook in different recipes. And then the last section, which is beyond the beet, that section has no beets in it whatsoever. It's, just some different recipes that I've cooked and I enjoy. And so I just didn't think really that I was like, it's gonna be a cool project. It was fun to do. I just didn't think that that many people would be that interested, you know what I'm saying, in actually getting the book.
I would say
I'm grateful though. I'm very grateful that people have supported it in that way. And it's exciting to see. Now my next book that's coming, I expect everybody to get that because it's gonna be good.
It ain't about beets.
It's not about beets. But I do expect everybody to get this second book. But the Beets book, it really was a like just a fun project, something for me to do because I did like to cook. But then I saw that so many people were coming along the journey, so I figured it would be pretty cool to just have something to put out there and just remember that that journey for me or whatever. And I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed it. I think it unlocked a lot of things for me. I do.
I think it was an act of obedience.
It was, and now I'm officially an author, and before the year's over, I'll have my second, maybe third book out. So it's gonna be a lot of more books coming out of me,
work
man.
to do when you ain't doing this on Thursday nights. I guess you'll be writing.
Oh wow! So that's what you're saying. That other than that, I'm not doing anything. Is that what you're saying?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, because it was kind of like a little pettiness in there.
No, well, see, that's the same way you saw my arms. That's just the same.
That's what that was.
The same octave change that you hear. Yeah, that's that same.
Great.
That's that same situation.
Anyway, so next week, we will be back.
Yeah.
I had a banner. There's a banner. I think it's here somewhere. I wanted to show y'all for those that haven't seen it, where you're just like, what is she talking about? Didn't I have a thing where my oh, there it is. Y'all look. Let's see if I can show it. Can I show it? It's not showing. It doesn't show. It's not showing. I don't know. Okay. I don't look. This ain't my forte. I don't know what happened to it. I'm gonna leave it alone. I had a picture of the book. I don't know why it didn't come in there. I'll put it up, somewhere else. But anyway, yeah. I had a good time writing the book, but next week we have a special guest.
Oh yeah.
Did you know we had a special guest next week?
I heard of it. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I don't
So
know if she's still on here. She was on here a little while ago, but I'm gonna have my sister on the podcast. This is gonna be the first time we've had a family member on the podcast.
well, is it gonna be just y'all two or just me on? I mean, you and her?
You don't want to come?
Oh, I'm asking. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would be, the only regular person.
OMG. Okay,
Yeah.
she's here. So I'm super excited as a big sister because not only did I become an author, right? My sister, Jaleesa, became an author as well. And so she's releasing her Fun Freckles. It's a book and a coloring book, which I think is super cool.
It is.
And I mean, super cool cover and everything, a super cool storyline with it. But yeah, we're gonna bring her on the podcast next week so she can talk about her journey in her book. I think it's gonna be super cool. We may just you know what I'm saying, kick you on. I would call it sister edition.
There you go. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Then you could just maybe you could work the tech in the background or something.
Yeah, hey, listen, I am all for the support.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Maybe we'll have a sister edition of love and business on next week.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying. Since you want to act
love
like
and business too. Yeah,
yes.
That's love and business.
Since you know what I'm saying. What you gonna do?
I didn't say what I was gonna do.
What you said?
I just said,
you gonna be the only regular person?
Yeah.
How is it? Are you regular?
Because you
didn't have a book.
Published author.
You can write a book by next week. Ah, womp womp. You got the crickets.
That is my sentiments exactly.
Come on, man.
No.
Either way, if you choose to join us, you're more than welcome. I wasn't kicking you off the podcast.
I understand.
We already have a flyer made and everything with her face and our face. On there.
I give it up. You ain't take it. I gave it up.
Oh my gosh! Now the dude to compare himself to Christ. We close to Easter, but that just ain't it.
In that regard, for my seat, I ain't tell you my life.
What did she say about you? You're the best griller. So you could write a book on grilling.
I could write a book on grilling.
How about it? You want to take the challenge? You gonna do it?
Let me consider it. I'm trying to practice not answering in the moment.
All right. Well, hey, I believe that Lamorne would be a great author of a book about grilling because man, oh man, he can grill. I'm talking about very well. And so anytime
I think I want to write a book about being a dad, though. You know what I'm saying? That may not be, what I want to write a book about grilling something. So,
that's great. I would love that. Write a book about
shallow. I think I want to embrace my feelings.
Shallow?
Yeah. About grilling. What you did was masterful. It was masterful.
I think we should just get on off here because this is going downhill. Do you hear me? She said she about to take a flight. Yes, listen, Lamorne really can't cook very well on the grill. And he over here trying to, hold back. But after he done gave y'all a whole inspirational podcast about how you should, take these seemingly insignificant things and, go on. And
that you're inspired by.
You're not inspired by grilling?
I just enjoy, seeing what I can come up with.
Okay. Yeah. And you haven't mastered it in such a way that you could share it with other people? You haven't done that?
Not to I think I have on Facebook and stuff like that, but I think I'm still experimenting with recipes and cook times and stuff.
Well,
like
whenever
that,
you're ready to join the author bandwagon, we're here for you.
There you go. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
So anyway, we hope that you guys will tune in with us next week. We're gonna do a sister edition. And we're gonna have some fun with it. Yeah. And hopefully we'll actually both have our books like in hand next week, prayerfully. Well, actually, my proof is coming tomorrow. I'll have a physical copy of my book tomorrow, so I'm excited about that.
Outstanding.
So yeah, this has been exciting, man.
It is.
I just want to say once again, we're grateful and thankful to each and every person that has participated in purchasing my very first book, Beets by Crystal. If you haven't, you should go on to Amazon.com now and pick it up. The ebook is ready for pre-order. And on March 22nd, you'll be able to order that physical copy.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, that's it for Love and Business.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Thank you. y'all again continue to like and share. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Oh yes, do that.
Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us out. We're trying to get more subscribers as well. So share it with your friends. Ask them to subscribe
Yes.
so that we can do more and have more control over that page. So if you would, please
Yes.
help us out. Be a
And
good
be sure to
friend.
go to inlovingbusiness.com.
Yeah.
And subscribe to our mailing list. We would really appreciate that. So when we have exciting things to tell you, we can email you.
We can do that.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Good night, good people. Till next week.